How's that for a dramatic start to the live stream? Hey everyone, welcome. It is Wednesday evening, 7 p.m. Hope you're all having a good hump day today. For those who work the Monday through Friday slog. It's around, I don't know, like 25, 26 Celsius, something like that. Doesn't feel too humid now, but the humidity is moving in. It's going to get really hot tomorrow and humid. I see people popping into the chat here. William Elliott, Sammy Wu, hello. Tiana Picard. Carol L.E., Mike Fammy, Alan K is here. Hello, George. Kyle Walker, good to see you. John Nicholson, Craig O'Connor, hello, Gertish. What's up, Zach, the transit enthusiast? Jellybean was popping into the chat at some point. Hey, how you doing, Harjot? What's up, JD? Franny14, hello. Good evening, Lee, Lena Sandoval. We're going to get walking momentarily. Hey, Jan Neeson, hello. Expelta. Hello, Chowdhury. Sitting on this little planter thing. I had to make sure I wasn't sitting in pigeon poop. It's just completely littered in, in pigeon poop. You can see the reason why up there. Hey, Steve V, hello. Hey, Tavane Palmer. Mark 311. What's up, Quesadilla? Yeah, thanks everyone for checking out the stream. Walking through Regent Park. We're heading east on Dundas Street East. Hey, Greg Keating, hello. I can see your name, yep. So I thought I'd walk east for a bit, as I don't want to be walking into the sun in the other direction, at least not for now. Hey, Sal Smith. Howdy, Howard Charco. Hello, Denise Stewart. Welcome. Jelly Bean had her pizza, so she's all set. I always say it's good fresh out of the oven. Not so good when it's been sitting in that little display case for like hours, right? And then they just heat it up again. It's a bit cardboardy. Well, we got a film crew here using the old church here in Regent Park. The Macedono-Bulgarian Eastern Orthodox Cathedral. Hey, Jake Eves, hello. Well, welcome, Denise, a new viewer to the channel. That's awesome. Cheers for subscribing. Cheers for joining the chat. Hope you enjoy the walk. Looks like we got a little event taking place here. Taste of Regent Park. That's cool. Looks well attended. Although I probably should avoid the music over there, so I'll just keep on walking. Don't want to get a copyright claim just as the stream is beginning, right? That would totally suck. Matter of fact, I might have to mute the audio for a second here. All right, sorry about that, but that music was loud and it was carrying quite a ways there. Nobody wants to get a copyright claim right at the beginning of your stream. It's kind of preventing me from walking around and checking out the Taste of Regent Park also, kind of a bummer. There's been a lot of talk on YouTube lately from some creators about how completely out of hand YouTube's copyright claims and strikes are getting. Some of the big YouTubers are really complaining a lot about it. Hey, Bill Chow, Tim Kenyon, hello, Toronto's Do-Up Music Guy. Hey, Mark M. Cole Sloth, what's up? Buy the rights. Yeah, no problem. Hey, Mr. McCartney, I'm just going to buy the rights to the Beatles song so I can not have to worry about having a Beatles tune show up in my live stream. Sure, no problem, Ken. Here you go. I'll give you a good deal. Nav and Dat, what's up? I'm sad about Ozzy's passing. It was a bummer. But I'm happy that he was able to sort of go out the way he did, right? Kind of on his own terms. He had his farewell show and all that. Raised a lot of money for charity. Like $190 million, I think, was raised. also screams the dome is the place to be. I guess if you're inside watching the game. I'm not really a sports guy, so I don't really pay too much attention to what's going on in the various stadiums or arenas around town. Unless it's something that I just can't ignore because it's on the news every hour upon the hour, like when the Leafs were in the playoffs. You just couldn't avoid that, right? Ozzy's taking a crazy train to heaven. Almost makes me want to believe in the afterlife, you know, just to think that he's up there with Lemmy and he could meet John Lennon, his idol, you know, all that sort of stuff. If you think those guys are even in heaven, if you believe in heaven. Would Ozzy even be there, you know? That's the thing, you have to believe in this stuff or you don't, right? Would the Prince of Darkness really go to heaven? I don't know. Right, we're crossing River Street. Kind of leaving Regent Park here.
Hey.
Sorry. Did he eat a bat? Well, the story goes that years ago when he was on stage, someone threw a live bat on stage and it just sort of flopped down on the stage. So he thought it was a fake bat. He didn't think it was a real bat. And he was probably completely out of it at the time too, as he often was, right? So he just picked it up in his hazy state of whatever it was that he was on, and he just bit the head off of it as a joke, and then he realized it was actually a real bat and not a fake bat. So that's how that story goes. So he didn't mean to bite the head off of a real bat, but he did. Hey, just Smitty, hello. What's up, Choppy? Hey, Scott, hello. No biggie? Yeah, no biggie.
I've only met her once.
Classic Aussie story, right? One of many, one of many. Hey, Bestest Times Reborn. Did you, Scott? You maniac. You're a madman. Alright, so I'm just heading over the Don River here as we walk along Dundas. Sun is bright looking that way. That's why I'm walking this way. Hey, Mr. Adam's Apple, hello. Hello, Caroline, good to have you. Just had a storm in northeastern Wisconsin. We had a pretty good one a few nights ago, late at night. Some crazy thunder and lightning, and some flooding took place at Union Station. Almost every time we get a big rainstorm, sort of a sudden deluge, like we did the other night, the lower level of Union Station floods. And it's usually with untreated water coming up from the storm drains, which is often not the cleanest water, so then the whole station stinks until they clean it up. Cars trying to get onto the Don Valley Parkway here. Hey, Lorraine McLean, hello. Ken F says too much information. Is that really too much information? It's just the news. It was on the news. I'm just reporting what they reported. Jason Curling, hello. Hey, Outlaw Radio, what's up? Hope all is well out in Alberta. Am I wearing shorts? Maybe I am. All probability points to yes, I would say. Hey, Ken Land, hello. I'm on Dundas Street East. We just crossed over the Don Valley. I don't usually walk along this street. I find it a bit dull. So I tend not to walk along here very often in streams or videos. Once you go over the Don River. Hey, Jefferson, hello. Queen is much more interesting, and Gerard is also much more interesting. Both to the north and the south of here. Toronto Tech was in Jasper. Yeah, that's cool. Hope he's having fun out west. I believe he's going to be streaming in BC also, from Victoria and Vancouver. Yeah, it's Hamilton Street. Named after our neighbor city, not too far away. Hey, Saleada, hello. What's up, Mitchell? Mitchell agrees that it's dull along here. Yeah, I'm not going to stay on here. You're watching from Hong Kong. Hey, that's cool. Hope things are good there. Yeah, I got these shorts on today. Hello, Mammy True. Broadview Avenue. Is this your old stomping grounds, AO? Guess I can go. I'm kind of standing here looking at my chat and not paying attention to the light. This is Broadview Avenue. So I am there. There I am. Got a pizza place here. $3.99 for a slice, $8.99 for a pizza walk-in special. I guess that's decent, right? How big is it, I wonder? A medium, so I guess that's a good size. I guess $8.99 isn't too bad, right? It'd be better if it was like $5.99 or something, obviously. For some reason my power bank isn't powering. I'm gonna re-plug it in here. See if that works better. I think it was pepperoni pizza, so probably you can switch it out for a different topping, maybe. I'd probably get tomatoes or something instead of pepperoni. I'm wearing a Speedo. Well, if I am, I guess you'll never know, because I'm not going to show what's going on below my waist. I'm still walking along at Dundas Street here. Tomato and onion, yeah, that's what I like to get on pizza a lot of the time. If I get a pizza from a pizza place, pizza shop, whatever, I like to get tomato and onion. Hey, here's a cat. It's not too often I run into a cat while I'm streaming. Hey, cat. Hello, cat. Hello, cat. Hi, cat. It actually rubbed up against me. Hey, cat. It's like going between my legs and everything. It's like totally friendly. Just came up and greeted me in a very friendly manner. Yeah. Hello. Hello, kitty. What's up, kitty? I'm always afraid, though, that a friendly cat would start following me, so I try to discourage that sort of thing sometimes. As much as I like cats, I don't really want one to follow me, you know, when I'm streaming and get it far away from home or something like that. Hey, Davy Bear, hello. Terry French. Because I've had cats follow me before, and it's a bit troubling when that happens, because you're like, oh no, like, what do I do? Like, do I pick it up and put it back to where I found it, or will it eventually just find its way back home? Like, and one time, many years ago, one cat kept following me like that, and it ended up being my cat. I just ended up taking it home because I didn't know where the heck it was from or where it was going, and it just kept following me, and I was just like, well, I guess you're my cat now. And that cat was later named George, and he's in my very first ever YouTube video on my other channel. George the cat in my apartment. Hey, Kristen, hello. No, George passed away like long time ago, before I moved to Toronto. He was just a kitten when I found him, or when he found me, I guess. And he lived for about 14 years. So he had a good long life. Hey, Jane DeJaren. Is that right? Wow, yeah. I think that cat lived there where it was, so hopefully it sticks around there. Hey, Smashed Toe Survivor. What's up, Fuzzy Colossus? You just left it outside. The dog followed you. I mean, yeah, what can you do? I mean, there's not too many options really in those situations. Just hope it goes back home, I guess.
Just wait the 30 seconds.
Do you love cats, Tiana? I don't think I knew that. Haha. Har har. Alright, I'm getting off of Dundas. Let's walk down Degrassi Street. The famous Degrassi. Hey, happy birthday, Fuzzy Colossus, if it is your birthday today. That's right, old school Degrassi. Joey Snake and Wheels. All the way with Stephanie K. And can't forget about Caitlin. This house on the corner, now it's a house or an apartment, but this used to be where the corner store was. Degrassi Grocery, I think it was called. It was on the show, right? The old Degrassi show a bunch of times. The kids would go in there or hang out on the corner in front of it sometimes. Had the big sign on the front. It's not a store anymore. Hey, would like to sleep. Hello. Yeah, it's a nice street. Got this modern home here beside the old row houses. Hey, what's up, Crikey? Very nice. And Joey Jeremiah, right? That was his name. Maybe some of the homes around here are that much, but I don't think most of them are quite that expensive. Maybe 2 million for a fully detached house, depending on how big it is. You could probably get one for 2 million or less, and for the attached houses at least 1 million. A lot of these are attached houses around here mostly. Hey, John O'Meara. Wrong snake, Scott. Huh, this one's getting a complete redo here. I think his name was like Archie Simpson, right? Snake's real name on the show. Like the character's name was Archie Simpson. His friends just called him Snake. Stephen Brogan is the name of the actor who played him. These houses are small and narrow. Yeah, welcome to old Toronto. That's how they built them in this part of the city. These houses go back to the 19th century. They're old. They packed them in really densely when they built these houses, when Toronto was developing or building up. I like them though. All right, we're coming on to Queen Street. Around here. The only thing is they spelled Degrassi differently on the street sign than it was spelled on the show. There was no space, right? It was just all one word on the show. Guess it was just simpler that way for a title of a show to have it just be one word like that instead of space grassy. Better for the logo if you want to make a Degrassi logo. Yeah, it was the kids of Degrassi Street also. That was the original show. I didn't watch that one so much. It was a lot more childish. It was when the kids were really young when they did that one.
No.
It had a lot of the same actors, but they were playing different characters. So there was no Joey and all that. The girl who played Caitlin was on it, but she wasn't Caitlin. She was somebody else. The kid who played Wheels was a different kid. They sort of rebooted it with Degrassi Junior High. Alright, so we're on Queen Street East. We're walking into Leslieville here. Jimmy Simpson Park. Wonder if there's any relation to Archie Simpson. Haha. Just walk us along Queen Street for a bit. Ken does Degrassi. There was one kid who was on Degrassi that I knew. He wasn't one of like the well-known characters that was in like tons of episodes. He was sort of like a secondary character. He only had one episode dedicated to him. But he ended up dating this girl I knew from my hometown, North Bay. And so I ended up hanging out with her and him, just, you know, when I first met him. And I couldn't figure out why he looked familiar. We were sitting in like a coffee shop, and she was, you know, telling me what's going on with her and all that sort of thing. And I just met him, and I kept looking at him and I was like, why does this guy look familiar to me? And then it dawned on me that he was a kid from Degrassi. Hey, Advisorate, hello? Drew used to work with the girl who played Kendra on The Next Generation. That's cool. Yeah, I think a lot of people know someone who knows one of the Degrassi kids or has come across them in one way or another. His character's name was Max on the show. And there was just that one episode where he was like featured, like where he was actually a central character for the episode. hat. Hey Serge, how you doing? Strolling through Leslieville. What's up, Lemon Pledge? And oh, Salida, looked him up. Yeah, that's his name. Josh Whitehead, yeah. That's him. I'm still Facebook friends with him and his ex now. I think they broke up. Still Facebook friends with him, but haven't really talked to him of late, really. Last I knew, he was living in Guelph. They were both living in Guelph, actually. Hey, Learn to Live, hello. Alright, Carlaw. I think we're going to walk north up Carlaw here. Carlaw is sort of an interesting street. Hey, Jelly Bean, $5. A Craig's Cookies Super. Thank you very, very kindly, Jelly Bean. Hope you enjoyed your pizza today. Cheers, Jelly Bean, much appreciated. Hello, Debbie Lalonde. This is where all these old factories used to be in operation like over 100 years ago. Like a toy factory, a Colgate factory, a bunch of other ones. Hey, Funny Dog, hello, hello. Derek C. Best of Times Reborn is talking about an episode of Degrassi, The Next Generation. The only reason I watched Degrassi, The Next Generation was because some of the original characters were on the show when they were adults, right? So that's why I was watching it. I just wanted to see what was up with Joey and Snake and Caitlin and all that. Only a few of the characters were really on the show, though, from the old series. Other ones just had like a one-time appearance or something, like Wheels or Lucy. Yeah, Snake became a teacher on the Next Generation, and then eventually he became the principal, I think. Because there was another series after the Next Generation, which I didn't watch. We've been talking about Degrassi for a while now, eh? You know you're in Toronto when? Yeah, I liked Lucy. I liked a bunch of the girls on the show. I mean, you know, Caitlin I think was my favorite. But I liked Lucy. I even liked the twins. You remember the twins? Heather and Erica? Although I liked one more than the other. I had a favorite twin. Even Melanie, I don't know. Probably should say even Melanie, there was nothing wrong with her. Hey, Caffeine, hello. Poor Melanie. I didn't mean to say it like that. I enjoyed all of her episodes that were centered on her. Oh yeah, and don't forget about Liz. Remember when the cool punk girl came to Degrassi? She had like a shaved head and she was all into protests and what was she like? This edgy punk girl, Liz, yeah. And Spike was her friend because Spike was the only other punk girl. Hey, Donkey Balls, hello. And then there's that episode where Joey befriends Liz and he invites her over. She invites him over, one or the other, to do studying or whatever. And beforehand, Joey went to the Shoppers Drug Mart and bought some condoms because he wanted to lose his virginity. And he's sitting there talking to Liz and they're having a nice time. And he's all nervous and he swallows and then he pulls out the condom and he goes, "Do you want to do it?" And then she goes, "Do what?" He's like, "No, do you want to do it?" And he's holding the condom up. And then she freaks out and kicks him out. Oh, yes. Hey, Alicia Lewis, hello. Happy Wednesday. Yeah, it was also quaint and innocent. At the time, it was considered pretty provocative, though, right? When that first aired. It's like, oh my god, Joey's buying condoms? He asked the girl if she wanted... No here. Just random things happen when you're live streaming in the middle of Toronto. All of a sudden there's no internet. Jeez. Okay. Good job. Good job, Bell or whatever provider you happen to be using, because it happened. No biggie, we just lost about 100 viewers. Maybe they'll come back. It's kind of weird how this is Gerrard Street here. Gets chopped up by the rail line there. We have two Gerrard Streets. Look at Gerrard Street and Gerrard Street. Here's the other Gerrard Street. Hey, Jillian Felix. Alright, let's hope we get away from this crappy signal area here. I think I remember a few other times walking along Gerrard Street East when I did lose signal, but that was closer to Little Italy, or Little India, not Little Italy, Little India. Usually not around here. Hello, Jack. What's up? Kelvin Wong, welcome. Let's take Carlaw all the way up maybe to Danforth. Hey, Robert Sprite, hello, hello. Yeah, hopefully the lag is done for now. Magic Eraser, hello. Yeah, they got rid of the no frills there. It's Dawn's Convenience. Any Dawns in the house? Kind of going uphill here. My power bank is still not powering. Seems like I have to re-plug it in like every 15 minutes here. I don't know, the cord seems okay to me, but you never know what you're going to get. Very nice tree-lined streets here. Ladybug Florist. Hey, Jasmine, New York City. What's up, Jasmine? Nice to have you. And this is the Riverdale neighborhood we're walking through. I think that's where Jughead lives right there. Veronica lives in the biggest house in the neighborhood. Did I ever get attacked by a dog? No. And I hope I don't. Hey, look at this tiny chair. Like, it's very tiny. Look how big it is. I did get accosted by a cat today, though. I guess accosted is too harsh of a word, but earlier in the stream, a friendly cat came up and rubbed itself up against my legs and said hello, I guess. Mr. Weatherby lives in my building. What about Mrs. Grundy? Is it Miss Grundy or Mrs. Grundy? I don't know. I believe I have, Tiana. Yeah. I've seen various little people around Toronto. Oh, the sun is like so bright. Looking to the west. There's not a cloud in the sky, like not even a one that I can see. Let me see if I can get this sun behind this tree here for a second. Hello, Kiowa GA. Welcome to the stream. And maybe welcome to the channel, I'm not sure. If you are new to the channel and just watching for the first time, by all means, feel free to come and say hi in the chat. And subscribe. I guess you have to subscribe in order to come and say hi in the chat. But that would be awesome. It is free, so no biggie. And you don't have to come and say hi in the chat, obviously, but it would be cool if you did, and it would be cool if you subscribed, maybe even cooler. And there is a bit of the skyline. Will I go to the CNE? I'm not sure. I went last year for the first time ever, so maybe I'll do it again this year. Maybe I can get a better shot here, get a little bit more of the skyline. I can see a few more buildings here. Yeah, maybe Tiana, maybe. I haven't checked out the new park down at the Portlands yet. I was thinking of doing it for this stream, but then I saw Johnny was doing it, so I thought, well, maybe I'll wait. I don't want to just do the same thing that he just did, right? So maybe I'll wait. Or I could just take a walk down there and record a video on another day. Hey, Michael, hello. Chef Mario cooks. Yeah, it's a pretty nice evening. Oh, now you can see even more here. Every time I walk down a little further, I get a better look at things. You can see the Sky Tower under construction there. That's going to be the tallest building in the city. Not as tall as the CN Tower, but talking about buildings, that'll be the tallest skyscraper eventually. 106 stories. That's dang tall, right? Yeah, I saw that Reddit post the other day where someone noticed bed bugs on the seats inside the subway. Yeah, that was pretty gross. And that's happened from time to time. That's not the first time that someone has posted something like that. So when I take the subway, I always, before I sit down, I always take a good look at the seat that I'm about to sit on. I kind of scan it, take it in for, you know, a few seconds to see if there's any moving insects or anything on there before I sit down. It's like, does it look clear? Okay, I think it's clear. I think I can sit. It's just second nature now for me to do that. Just give the seat a good look, because there could be so many other gross things on there too. People spill things on there, or they leave other fluids on there. If you get what I'm saying, it's pretty gross sometimes. Yeah, because the seats, the subway seats have this fabric on them, right? They should just switch them out for those smooth plastic seats. They don't really need to have fabric on them like that. Hey, thanks, Tiana.
I'm working Monday. See that.
All right, we're walking up Carlaw Avenue. Just a nice shady residential stretch here. Got a nice park right across the street. Well, I'm sure after they caught wind of that post, they probably did a pretty good series of cleanings on all the subway trains. Yeah, another cat. Look at that. It has similar coloring to the first cat I saw. Sort of the calico or tortoiseshell kind of coloring. Is this one a friendly cat too? Hey, kitty. Where'd it go? It's hiding. It's hiding under the trees here. Oh well. Chances are it's not another friendly cat like that first one we saw. Yeah, take that, Tiana. Two cats, two random cats. Scraper rising. For now, we're west. That one's a mere 85 stories. It's closer in height than it sounds. Having more signal problems here. Note to self, don't stream up Carlaw Avenue north of Gerrard anymore.
Okay, go ahead.
These little dead zones that just are right in the middle of the city. Bayview also, yeah. Yeah, there's a bunch of them. Even in the heart of the St. Lawrence Market neighborhood, there's a area where I always lose signal. Right in the busiest tourist part of downtown. Why would anyone need reliable internet there, of all places? Hey, Quad Mods, what's up? 250 people. Yeah, I just lost about 50 people thanks to that dip in the signal. And I lost almost 100 people before during the other dip in the signal. Thanks, Belle. Hey, Danube is here with a 20 Riel super chat. Thank you very, very kindly. Glad you're able to catch the stream this evening. Cheers to the support, Danube. Much appreciated. And Todd Fuller's here. What's up? And Greg could go for Baskin Robbins. And here is Danforth. We're in Greektown. Mexican sushi, anyone?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right, quad mods. Lots of things disrupt radio waves.
So the tide went out, so you can knock it in there.
So we're heading west on Danforth Avenue now. Yeah, if you like combinations like Mexican sushi or lots of other ones that you probably wouldn't think were a thing, then Toronto is probably a place you'd enjoy, because there's tons of places that combine two things together like that. Hey Yoshi, hello. Come play some billiards. Van Smythe is giving Mexican sushi a big no. Nepali momo, Indian and Hakka cuisine here. Yes, we are in Greek town, but that doesn't mean you can't get just about anything else here. Pretty busy evening here on Danforth. A new sign being installed or taken down. Are they taking it down? Looks like they're taking it down. I guess that's the end of this place. Yep, taking it down. I had to wait a second to see. Is it going up or is it coming down? Oscar, hello. Closed a while ago, did it? You can have an adventure in cheese here. The Dippery ice cream. There's Astoria. That's a well-known spot here in Greektown. Could be just renovations, I'm not sure. Alright, let's hope we don't have any more signal problems now that we're in a busy area here. Although, like I said, that doesn't guarantee we won't. Hey, Rizaloo Jose. It's rainy season in the Philippines. I hope there's no serious monsoons or anything like that. Daniel Ferreria, hello. What's up, High Plains?
Where am I? I was like, what is that?
Looks like part of this old church building is... They're building seniors housing. I guess they're going to incorporate part of the old church into this project. So they're not going to tear it down completely. They're going to retain some of it. Dates from 1931. It's old, but it's not like super duper old compared to some other buildings around town, but you can see what they're doing here. Oh, there's a nice rendering. Cinnaholic is good. I've never tried it. Is it as good as Cinnabon? Yeah, I was talking about the flood in Union Station earlier. Every time it rains or pours in a major way, we tend to get a flood in Union Station. Usually in the Bay Concourse. Hey, we're back up to 300 viewers again. We might be up to 400 by now if my signal didn't crap out a couple times earlier. But welcome everyone, if you're just joining once again. It's awesome to have you. I'm on Danforth Avenue. We're heading west. We were in Greektown. Now we're a bit west of Greektown. But come and say hi, subscribe and like and share. Hit the notification bell, all that good stuff if you haven't done any of those things already. And if you haven't done them, what the heck? Why the hell not? There's a bulk barn. Hey, Moments with Muzzy. Did you see when I was spotting some cats earlier, Muzzy? You weren't one of those cats, were you? Thank you very kindly, Moments with Muzzy, for the $2.99. Much appreciated. Bob Holness. So I think Moments with Muzzy has their own YouTube channel, right? If I'm not mistaken. Tiana, if you like cats as much as you say you do, maybe you should check out Moments with Muzzy. Z80 walking past. You don't get out much. Alright, so it wasn't you then. We had 2 cat encounters in this stream today. Hey, Christos, hello. Sidebar. What's playing at the Danforth Music Hall? Nothing tonight. Unless it's on the other side. I don't see anything for tonight though. It's pretty quiet. Looking up to October here. The Beta Band. Pup. They just played, I guess, the other day. They're like a Toronto band. They're pretty big now, I guess. The Struts. Guess that's the next show, the Struts. And he was trying to explain what he meant when he said the Beatles were more popular than Jesus. It's like, I'm not saying we're better or greater or comparing us with Jesus Christ as a person or God as a thing or whatever it is. I just said what I said and it was wrong, or it was taken wrong, and now it's all this. R.I.P. Ozzy. Yeah, we were talking about Ozzy earlier. Hey, Cam, hello.
Oh no, I saw him.
Ozzy was inspired by the Beatles. That's right. The Beatles were his idols, especially John Lennon. Ozzy was a huge fan. He idolized John Lennon. Maybe that's why he wore the little round glasses all the time like John did. Alright, we're crossing Broadview. We're gonna cross onto Broadview Avenue. Hey, Lock G official channel. Hello, hello. Three's Company. John Ritter was also a huge Beatles fan. In some of the early episodes of Three's Company, in his bedroom, he had a poster of the Beatles above his bed. He insisted that was put there. He wanted his character to be a Beatles fan too. Yeah, we just walked past a pizza on the corner there, Jelly Bean. Yeah, the Beatles came to Toronto several times during their North American tour, 64, 65, and 66. And then John Lennon played a show here right before the Beatles broke up with his Plastic Ono band. That was the first time the Plastic Ono band ever performed in public, was here at Varsity Stadium. Hey, Jellybean, another super chat. That was your dinner? Maybe it'll be my dinner too, Jellybean, thanks to your generous $10 super. Thank you very, very kindly, Jellybean. Thank you so much once again for all the awesome support. think there's been any official cause of death revealed or released for Ozzy yet. Alicia, have yourself a great hump day evening. Glad you're able to check out the stream. Maybe see you in the next one. You can spot the glowing towers of the financial district through the trees. Getting some nice sunlight colors going on, I think. Sunlight, sunset. But also sunlight. John Ronald, hello. Mojo, what's up? Rub One Out Rosie's here. Always good to have Rub One Out Rosie. Hear a subway train going underneath us on the bridge here. We're on the Bloor viaduct. Thinker. Canadian guy rides and walks. What's up? Yeah, looks nice over in that direction. That maniac. Hey, there's Strides Land over there. Pretty. Have a good night, Carol. Thank you for checking out the stream. See you next time, maybe, hopefully. The glow coming from Strides Land. It's a bit more centered on Yonge and St. Clair Strizeland is over there. The best part of the glow is from south of Strizeland, Yonge and St. Clair over there, Deer Park. Here's this thing that hasn't worked in about, oh, I don't know, 30 years or more. Does Johnny like cats? I think he's okay with cats. I think he likes dogs, cats. I think he's an animal lover to some extent, I would say. Same as me. I like cats, I like dogs, I like birds, I like rodents, whatever. Squirrels, you know. Not a bot. Ed Morendel, hello. I was covering his face as he cycles by. I'm sure his 1.5 seconds on stream would have just been too revealing. So much to reveal as he whips by on a bike. And then he's going to cycle down Danforth Avenue past about 1,000 stores and restaurants that all have cameras recording everything that goes past their business. You better keep his face covered up the entire time, I guess. You can hear another train going by underneath. Yeah, of course he's allowed. I just think it's kind of silly, I guess. It's just a silly thing to do. He's on the lam, yeah. That would be a good reason, I guess. I'm on the lam, but I'm just going to take a bike ride around the city. Yeah, it's his right. It's also my right to stream in a public place. We made it over the bridge. What is this? I'm in for a big kerfuffle. You know it's serious when the word kerfuffle is used. Okay, Michael. Hello, Panda 4. Thank you very kindly for subscribing and coming to say hi and to tell me I look like Pete Buttigieg. You're actually not the first person who said that. I think the first time someone said that was after I did my very first ever collab with Johnny Strides 5 years ago. Someone commented in one of our videos that I look like Pete Buttigieg. And then I looked up this Pete Buttigieg guy and I was like, oh, I don't know. I didn't really see it that much, but okay. You're looking up Pete Buttigieg Jelly Bean? That's why you subscribed? Well, hey, I'll take it. I'll take it. Ooh, the person ahead of me, Jane, is that who you're talking about? I might have had a similar thought run through my head, maybe. So what do you think, Jelly Bean? Do I look like Pete Buttigieg? I like to think I look more like MCA from the Beastie Boys when he had his hair similar to mine. Either cut really short like mine is now or a bit shaggier. I thought him and I looked a lot alike. That was my reaction, just maybe kind of, sort of, but I didn't really see it that much for Pete Buttigieg. Should I go and tell the girl that you think she's cute, Jane? That way it's not me being a weird guy. It's, hey, this woman in my chat thinks you're cute. Maybe she'd find that flattering, right? Okay, so Jane thinks I look like MCA. That's what I got more than anything, I think, for a while, when the Beastie Boys were really at their height of fame, I guess. I had random people just say, whoa, you look like MCA. It happened a lot, I guess, back then. And as a joke a couple times, I put a picture of MCA up as my Facebook profile picture. And some people didn't even know it wasn't me. They thought it was me. They didn't realize it was MCA. I had to find the right kind of picture, though, that made him look a little more like me than he really does. Because if you really look like him, look at him, you can see that he's not me, obviously. Like, you know, we're not twins or anything. But there are a few pictures of him from certain angles or when he was doing certain things where he looked pretty close to me. I look like YWCA. Or YM. I guess YMCA. Hey, Banger, hello. Watching from Aurelia. Well, there she goes, Jane DeJaren. Alright, let me fiddle with my power bank again. Hey, JK, hello. Yeah, I thought she was cute too, Jane. I'm not gonna lie. When she was standing beside me, I definitely noticed when we were waiting at the intersection there. A little like Adam Yauk says, hello Panda 4, yeah? Unfortunately, MCA passed away at a young age due to cancer. Younger than I am now. Hey, Mark S, hello. So this is the east side of downtown here. This is the St. Jamestown neighborhood. How much is the power bank? It all depends on how good it is. The one I have was only about 20 bucks. You can get ones for like 50 bucks or more that are better than this one. Yeah. Theo Huxtable. They come in threes, right? We had Brian Wilson, and then we had Malcolm Jamal Warner, and then Ozzy Osbourne. JD, $20 towards a new power bank. Thank you. Wow, thank you so much, JD. Very generous. Cheers. Very much appreciated at JD. Thank you. Thank you very kindly. Am I Pete or am I Adam? Or maybe I'm just Ken. I'm just Ken. Yeah, this power bank, as old and weak as it is what's keeping this stream alive for so long. Without it, my phone lasts about 90 minutes. Because I forgot it in a recent stream, and my stream basically crapped out after 90 minutes. That was all my phone could handle. So with this thing, I can stream for 3-4 hours if I want to. Although it works better on some nights than on other nights. It's not really working that good tonight for some reason. Look like the guy you went to school with. What was his name? Hey, Sally Spoonsdale, hello. Quad Mods used to live over there on Howard. And we're on Parliament right now, heading south. Well, I do pay a lot for data. I do pay a lot for data. But that's the price you pay, I guess, to be a live streamer. Cabbagetown. Can you smell the cabbage? Hey, Slack Wolf, hello. Hey, cheers. All I smell right now are these flowers here. I guess that's better than cabbage over here too. What's up? Yep, no cabbage smell here. Hey Mike, hello. R for New York. I'm not sure exactly what you mean by that. I know Toronto is playing New York tonight at the Sky Dome. Toronto Blue Jays against New York Yankees.
Bud.
I guess I'm competing with that game actually right now. So thanks to everyone who chooses me, I guess, over the baseball game. It's much appreciated. You choose me.
All the restaurants are shut down. If you have to go, you have to go. What are you going to 20 miles to go home?
Oh, that's a good deal, Mike. Yeah, that's better than my deal. I don't know if you call this a deal. I should actually look into maybe seeing if I can do better than what I'm paying right now. I've been a long time Bell subscriber or whatever, like for as long as I've had a phone, my own phone, and everything after that, internet, whatever, like cable TV now, Bell 5, all that stuff is all Bell. I've always stuck with Bell. Yeah. We got our viewers back. Choose little shorts. These shorts are about as little as they're going to get. Winchester. Any Supernatural fans out there? Kendall and Company. It's getting dark. Yeah, this is a really nice stretch here along Parliament Street. It's like the main drag of Cabbagetown here. Got everything you need. My street is sort of equidistant between Parliament to the east and Yonge to the west, so I can go either way depending on what I'm in the mood for. If I'm in the mood for Yonge, I go west. If I'm in the mood for Parliament, I go east. They're the two closest sort of main streets to me.
Yeah, it was the Thai place in
So I want a more low-rise, neighborhoody sort of feel, I come to Parliament. If I want to feel like I'm in the middle of a huge city with skyscrapers, I go to Yonge Street. And crowds, all the big crowds are on Yonge. Not so much on Parliament. It gets busy, but nothing like on Yonge. We got construction on Carlton here.
If it's on Parliament.
It's so small, just take her along.
There's looking towards Yonge, off in the distance. Yeah, I haven't seen Felicity in the chat. She lurks sometimes. Hey, Billy T. The pizza shout out video. What was I shouting out again in the pizza shout out video? Hey, you're welcome, Navendat. I switched up my streaming schedule this week a little bit, you might have noticed. I do that sometimes. I recorded like a whole bunch of videos on Saturday and Sunday. And so I thought maybe I would take a little break on Monday and Tuesday and just sort of kick back and chillax. That's why I didn't stream on Monday like I often do. That's the good thing about doing this, is I can just basically make my own schedule to do what I want when I want. As long as I have a video to post every day, unless I do a stream. Did we walk past a sausage place? I didn't notice. At Gerard. Hey, we were crossing Gerard before. We're going north, now we're going south. Hey, look, Felicity is in the chat. Maybe she was lurking, or maybe she just joined the stream now. How you doing? Were your ears burning? Because someone was just talking about you about 5 minutes ago or less. And Advisorit also. Oh, welcome, Felicity. Lots of construction hoarding. A new pizza slash sandwich place. Bloor and Bathurst. Awesome. Is it in the new development where Honest Ed's was. There was just somewhere else around that intersection. And I like veggie friendly. I like how that sounds. All right, thanks. I'll keep an eye out for that. I guess I should take off my shades. It's not as dark as I thought it was once I take these off. It's like, oh look, there's actually light. Still light out here a little bit. All right, nice. So you tried it then, and you approve? You recommend it? Nice. Thanks, Felicity. We're walking past Regent Park again. This is where we started the stream. Yeah, I'm getting hungry-ish, I guess. I think I'm definitely going to chow down after the stream. All I've had today is a Nutri-Grain bar and a bowl of Vector. That's all I've had today so far. Here's the Freshco. I'm not gonna go in there though, like I often do. We're gonna keep on going for a bit. Hey, Kurt Affair, welcome. Right, crossing Dundas. Yeah, pretty much, Felicity. Although when I do want to eat, I obviously would like to eat something that I think is tasty, you know? So I do at least have favorite things that I like to eat when it is time to nourish my body. I tend to eat the same things over and over a lot that I know are tasty and I know that I like, so and I'm usually okay with that. But I'm always open to trying a new thing that I think I'll like, obviously. And maybe they'll add that to my, you know, regular rotation, I guess. But I tend to eat a lot of pizza, obviously. I eat burritos. I eat a lot of pasta. Feeling better now, Felicity? I know you were a bit not feeling so good recently. Oh, is that right, Debbie? This would have been your neighborhood. There's a halal pizza place right there. The sign is kind of hard to read, but there we go. the carb group. Yeah, pretty much. I also eat a lot of peanut butter, peanut butter sandwiches, or I like saltine crackers with peanut butter. I snack on that. I'll just get a package of saltines and bust it open and get a jar of peanut butter and a knife and just go through like half a package of saltines with peanut butter as I like watch a show or a movie or something. With pizza dipping sauce, I don't really do the dipping sauce thing. That's really not something I do. I just like to eat the pizza sans the dipping sauce. Am I missing out on the dipping sauce thing? Is this a sketchy neighborhood? Nah, I don't know. Some people might say yes. I don't think it's so bad. If you go over to Shooter, a bit further that way, it's definitely more sketchy. Here on Parliament, I don't really find it to be that sketchy. It might look a bit rough, maybe. You got Moss Park right here, the Moss Park Apartments. They don't have a good reputation, but yeah, I think it's fine for the most part on Parliament. I have a pretty high tolerance though for what I consider to be truly sketchy, you know. The only intersection downtown that really brings that out for me is Dundas and Sherbourne. And the stretch of Sherbourne between Dundas and Queen. That's pretty much it. Every other part of downtown or even beyond doesn't seem bad to me. Do I like veggie dogs? Yeah, I buy veggie dogs sometimes, and veggie... My voice just decided to crack there. I like veggie dogs and veggie burgers. I don't have them as often as I used to, but I used to eat them regularly, and I might do that again, you know. I tend to go through little phases. But yeah, I am a big fan. Your dingus tolerance is low? Yeah. I kind of could sense that, Felicity. Look at this cool place here, eh? Hangout Street. It's just a bunch of food places in here. And it smells really good. Man, it smells so good. Holy cow. I could just inhale here. Take big whiffs. Mmm. Right, we're at Queen and Parliament. I think this roti place is fairly new here across the street. Someone recommended this on Toronto Reddit, and I thought of maybe trying a chana roti if they have those there. I'm sure they do. That's my favorite type of roti. Hey Mark, yeah, I'm still going. Try doubles sometime. Are there veggie friendly doubles? I know I can get vegetarian friendly roti. Alright, well maybe I'll try a double sometime. Using a Chana based filling. That sounds really good. Well, maybe I'll go to that place and I'll check out what they have there. Obviously they have roti and doubles, but we'll see how the prices are and all that sort of thing. Stream earlier. Well, I used to stream earlier, but now that it's summer, it's just too darn hot for me to stream earlier. That's why I wait until the evenings to be not walking around in the blistering sun, and also my phone is less likely to overheat. That's mainly why I stream a bit later during these summer months. Not a fan of the sun bearing down on me. The wee hours of the morn. Yeah, but then I'd have to get up early in the morning. Or just stay up, I guess, all night. And then go to bed after. Like what wee hours? We talking like 4 in the morning or like 7 in the morning? I have done a couple of early morning live streams at like 5:30 a.m. that sort of thing. I have done a couple of those before. Don't get as many people watching at that time, but I get some early birds that maybe might not catch my later streams, right? Oh, you're back, Carolyn. I guess your phone died or whatever device you're watching on. Saved by the power bank. Welcome back. breakfast and dinner, 2 streams in one day. I have done 2 streams in one day before. It's not something I normally would do though. Yeah, that's right, Gertish. I did encounter some dinguses in my early morning stream. Yeah, I think so too, Slack Wolf. That's kind of why I do it. Felicity, you could work at the George Street Diner, which is just right up ahead. You know, I've still never been to that place, the George Street Diner. Megan and I used to talk about going there, but we never ended up ever doing it. Because we'd walk by it all the time, right? Almost every time she came to Toronto, we'd walk by it going to and from Union Station, and we always go, geez, we should go there. Yeah, we should. And then we never would. Or never did. Hey, MG Haven. Your mom used to cook cabbage. Holy, 3 days. I think the George Street Diner extended their hours. They used to close so early that I never even would have had a chance to go there at times, even if I wanted to. But I think on some nights they stay open later now. Do I hang out with Johnny after the streams? Not really. On the odd time when we collab together, there's been at least one occasion where we went out and had some burritos afterwards. At Burrito Boys, of course. But usually when we're done streaming or collabing, we just want to get back home and upload our videos or do whatever else we want to do. So it's usually just like, all right, cool, that was fun, man. I'll see you next time. We shake hands and go about our merry way, you know. Hey, Rebecca, I'm still on, yeah. Debbie is saying, why aren't people liking this stream? Cheers, Debbie. Thanks for reminding everyone they can hit the like button. It is free. Just like subscribing, it's free also. And supporting is up to you, as MG Haven just did with £3 super sticker. Thank you very much for the £3, MG Haven. Very, very much appreciated. Cheers. Thank you very kindly. Hope you're enjoying the walk. Must be getting late across the pond there. Well, I'm glad you enjoy the sound of my voice, Tiana. Join me on a fun-filled walking adventure through the streets of Canada's biggest city on Hump Day evening. There is the George Street Diner right there. It's closed right now. Mellifluous. That's a good word. Cheers to using that word. Is this going to be a 5-hour stream? Nope. It will not be a 5-hour stream. My phone is getting low on battery because my power bank is not doing a good job tonight for some reason or other. Thank you for joining the stream tonight. It's awesome to have you all here. Here's the Mystic Muffin. World best apple cake. Must be legal eating age for a slice. Uh-oh. Better have my ID handy. 30 years in business. And I've never been to the Mystic Muffin. Geez, all these places that I walk past and see all the time and wonder how they are, and I just never go to them. Mystic Pizza, I remember that movie. That was a good movie. It was one of Julia Roberts' kind of first major roles in a movie or whatever. Alright, we're going north on Jarvis. Was the whispering creepy? Maybe I should talk in this voice the whole time. Pink Elephant Creamery. That's what it says. As long as the cream doesn't come out of the pink elephant. I don't care if it is pink cream. I don't want to eat anything that's coming out of an elephant. You neither, Felicity? You're not up for that? I don't care if they are cute pink elephants. Yeah, they just run on that overhead power supply there. They still have the old-fashioned trolley pole on them, I see too. It's not in use, but it's there. They can run on those too, on those old ancient trolley poles. Alright, let's take a walk through here, see if there's anything new. This is a new development. This will all be retail and restaurants eventually in here. All right, bedtime for Felicity. Have a good night. Thanks again for telling me about that new place. And sweet dreams. Hey, Edvaldo, hello. Yeah, this would be a pretty neat place to hang out once all these restaurants and stores or whatever are, you know, occupying these spaces here. Good food, good vibes. We do have a few places that have opened. Dean. Got Muzak all of a sudden. Oh no. Aisle 24. This opened here because the one that was nearby on Dundas near Jarvis closed down. I think it was getting vandalized too much. I guess this was a bit of a safer location for them over here. There's a drinking fountain, little parquet. Does it work? Hey, it works. Not bad. I had a drink. Could be a little colder. Alright, we're at the No Frills here at Shooter and Dalhousie. You know what? I think we're going to wrap up the stream here because I still have time to pop into the No Frills here. Closes at 10. So thank you everyone for joining me on this Wednesday evening, aka Hump Day walk. It was a lot of fun. It wasn't too hot and muggy, but it is moving in for tomorrow. So I'm kind of glad I did it tonight and not tomorrow. So hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. I'll see you in my next stream in the next 3 or 4 days. Or maybe even sooner. Maybe even sooner. But keep an eye out. Hit the notification bell if you do want to be notified when I do my next stream. And I'll be premiering a video tomorrow evening on the channel, a pre-recorded video around 7 or 7:15 p.m. Hope you can check that out. There'll be a live chat during the premiere, even though it's not a live video, but the chat is live, so come one, come all. I'll be in the chat as well. And a big thanks to everyone who watched, everyone who commented, everyone who sent support with your super chats and super stickers. Thank you so very kindly. It is very, very much appreciated. Thanks to the mods, or the mod, I guess, Alan K. And Carolyn, right at the buzzer, $10. Drinks are good. Thank you very, very kindly, Carolyn, the buzzer beater. Cheers, Carolyn. Thank you very, very much. Much appreciated. And drinks are good. Drinks are very good. So cheers, and thanks to all the channel members as well. Alright, until next time, I will continue. Have a good night, everyone. I'll see you all in the premiere tomorrow night, right? Or maybe my next live stream. Or both. Alright, night, everyone. It was a pleasure. Tune in next time for another fun-filled adventure with the Ken Continuum.